you all for being here. My name is Doreen Colondres. I'm a WSET3 chef and cookbook author and the proud owner of VT's House. And today we're going to be talking about Riesling and German labeling terms. And as part of our learning outcome, we're going to define key German labeling terms and describe the style and quality of the wines made from Riesling associated with these key terms. And after this class, you will be able to describe how the grape variety, climate, and winery options influence the style and quality of the wines labeled as Qualitätswein and Prädikatswein. Also, you'll be able to define the meaning of the labeling terms Qualitätswein and Prädikatswein, including Kabinett Spätlese, Auslese, Beerenauslese, Trockenbeerenauslese, and Eiswein. And you'll be able to describe the style and quality of Riesling wines associated with each of the labeling terms. So let's see who studied Riesling last night. What are some of the characteristics of Riesling, Nikki?
Aromatic.
Aromatic, yes, is an aromatic grape. Laura?
Cool climate.
It's from a cool climate. What about acidity?
High acid.
High acid.
And low in alcohol.
Low in alcohol, generally low in alcohol. Is it suitable for late harvest?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And will you use, Christy, will you use new oak with Riesling?
No.
No, and why not?
It will pull the character away from the Riesling.
That is correct. Yeah, you want to keep those aromatic characteristics. We don't want any oak on it. Is it generally blended?
No, it's not.
No. And can Riesling be made in different styles?
Yes.
Yes, Riesling can be made in different styles. So I made this this slide for you guys, so you can understand the classifications of the different styles we can find in Riesling. So from floral, green fruit, citrus, these are going to be kind of like more refreshing, to citrus fruit, more into the stone fruit, and tropical fruits, more into pineapple and lemon in this category, to more into the petrol, toast, honey, and this will be influenced by also the aging of the wine. So these characteristics are going to be influenced by weather, by climate, if the wine is aged or not, but also something very important in Germany is by winemakers' choice. Any questions so far?
Oh, it's okay.
So here we have a map of Germany, close to Alsace and Austria, two other Riesling producers. But Germany is the most northern wine region in the world, which means it has what type of climate?
Cool climate.
Cool climate. And what are some of the characteristics of a wine produced in cool climate?
Acidity and alcohol.
Yes, so they're tend to be high in acid and low in alcohol. You're right. So Mosel produced the lightest body Rieslings, and the most prestigious are in very steep slopes in front of the river. If you check your book on page 44, you can see a vineyard planted along the river in those spectacular steep slopes. So that's very common in Germany. And how do rivers and slopes influence the grapes? And that's the beauty of this region. What do we need? What do they need? What they are in front of the river in
the sunlight.
The sunlight is very important for them to ripen properly. And then as far as the regions that we have to study for level 2, we have Mosel that I already mentioned. We have Rheingau here, smaller than Mosel, and their wines are usually drier in style and medium body. and Pfalz. That is a large region over here in the south and very, very close to Alsace. Any questions so far? All right. Let's dive into the German PDO system. And here we have two main categories. We have different wines, different wineries, but we have two main categories. We have Qualitätswein and Prädikatswein. Qualitätswein, like the word says, are quality wines based on minimum of sugar level at harvest. They are usually dry, light body, fruity, refreshing, and this category includes many of Germany's best Riesling, and they can be fruity and very concentrated. All wines labeled as Prädikatswein means they are classified depending on the sugar level in the grape at harvest time. We call it in Spanish el peso del mosto. And this will be influenced by weather, climate, and more importantly, winemaker's choice. So under this category, we can find a dry, a medium sweet, to a lusciously sweet wine, depending on the level of Predica. Each of these categories are classified by the level of sugar when the grapes are picked. But the level of sweetness of these finished wines can vary depending on the style that the winemaker wants to achieve. That's very important. We have the first category, Cabinet, Spätlese, and Auslese. They can be dry, medium, or sweet. Beerenauslese and Trockenbeerenauslese, they're going to be always sweet because there's noble root in there. There's botrytis in there. So they're going to be always sweet. And we have ice wine that is going to be always sweet because we're talking about frozen grapes. Frozen grapes. Let's explain more in detail these terms. We have here same producers, same winery, same vintage, but we have three different styles in here. We have Cabinet, Spätlese, and Auslese. Are you following me?
Yes.
Okay. Cabinet is refreshing, light in body, with high acidity, and more into the green notes. Remember that slide that I showed you at the very beginning? So probably that's Cabinet. Usually they're medium sweetness, but they can also be dry, medium body, okay? We have Spätlese, means late harvest, but it could be only just a week difference from Cabinet. So it's not the typical late harvest that we find in other countries. So more ripeness on the grape compared to Cabinet. They have more body with citrus and tropical fruit notes, more into the lemon and pineapple. This is winemaker's decision, as I mentioned before. And then we have Auslese. They even have more body and more characteristics of exotic fruit notes. Most of them are medium sweet or sweet, but they're part of the dry category. So these three can be dry or sweet. Winemaking techniques affect the style, but also the aging of that wine. Because remember that these wines can age in bottle for years. In the sweet side, we have Beerenauslese, Trockenbeerenauslese, and ice wine. So what do we have here? Our famous Dr. Lusen. We have a Riesling Beerenauslese and Trockenbeerenauslese. So, and rare. So the sugar level on these two wines, Beerenauslese and Trockenbeerenauslese, has to be so high that it can normally happen with healthy grapes affected by botrytis. So we're gonna have botrytis here and here. They are low in alcohol, medium body, very sweet, high acid, with intense aromas and flavors of the botrytis. So a lot of dried fruit notes. Ice wine, on the other side, are healthy grapes left on the vine and harvested during winter, while the water is what? Frozen, you're correct. So they remove the ice crystal and they keep that concentrated sugar syrup of the grape. So it has a very intense varietal flavor because here we have botrytis characteristics, but here is like extremely concentrated flavors and aromas of Riesling. So it's gonna be full body, high acidity, and it can't be produced each year. Why?
Because there isn't always frost.
Exactly. We need a heavy winter in order to make it happen. So that's why they're so prestigious, because it is really hard to achieve the level of ripeness and all the conditions that we need to make all these styles of Riesling. Any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay. So let's see if you guys understood everything that we've been discussing here today. All Rieslings are produced in the same style.
No.
Nope. Correct. Rieslings ages well in oak.
No.
Nope. Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc are both aromatic herbaceous grapes.
No.
No. Why not, Nikki?
Because Riesling leans towards the sweeter, fruity side.
There's no herbaceous characteristics. Yes, Sauvignon Blanc is more into the herbaceous. It's aromatic, but towards the herbaceous side. Yes, you're correct. Cabernet is the lightest style of predicats vine.
Yes.
Yes. Ice wine can be dry.
No.
No, never.
Never.
This is super sweet. Beerenauslese is a style of Qualitätswein.
No.
No, it's part of the predicats. High acid food can soften the perception of acidity in Rieslings.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. Spicy in food decreases the perception of body and sweetness in the wine.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much for coming. I hope you can study tonight, and we'll review more of this content tomorrow. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to send me an email.